Hello, my name is FC Schultz. If you're new here, I am an author and I write middle grade and YA fiction. And I tried recording this video. Let's try this way. I tried recording this video twice, and the first time recorded about 12 minutes and it was out of focus the whole time. So the second time I recorded it, my microphone was backwards and it sounded horrible. And so feeling pretty discouraged and both of those takes being super choppy, I decided let's go live and we'll just do it however it comes out, because if I don't do it now, I was this close to giving up and just being done with it. So here we are. I'm here to announce my new book, Wavemaker. It's the first book of the Wayward Sails trilogy. And it's about a young barrel maker in like a 1700s context where he lives among a people who are very seafaring. They live on a bunch of islands, but their land is occupied by the Salaman Empire, an imperial imposing empire. And his wish is to lead a violent crusade and destroy the Salamans and clear them off of their land so they can have their land back. And this main character, Searless, thinks his fate is finally turning, and his deity is turning into his favor whenever Searless gets selected to be part of the crew that takes the 7-year pilgrimage to their Holy Land, which is an island way out in the middle of the ocean. And so this book is a high seas pirate sailing adventure, and it's got everything that you would expect from a high seas sailing adventure kind of pirate book. And so Searless has to learn if the violence is really the way that he's supposed to deal with this. And so this book was influenced by a stack of books here, and I won't go into all the detail about all of them, but just some quick hitters here. Let's see, where can we put this little guy right here? Great. The Republic of Pirates by Colin Woodard helped me just see what was the golden age of piracy really like, and how were pirates moving around, and what were people most afraid of from them. So that one was super helpful. Poems of the Sea, which is helpful. Poets just think of the world differently. And as I'm writing, this book is like 70% on the sea. And so I wanted the prose to reflect that. And I wanted the prose to kind of feel poetic in that way. So this book really helped with that. But this book was probably the most beneficial, 2 years before the Mast by Richard Henry Dana Jr. And it was written in 1934. And it's journal entries. This guy, Richard Henry Dana Jr., spent 2 years aboard a ship, a privateer ship. And so he just talks about the daily life on a ship, the day in and day out, things that you wouldn't expect. And so this was super beneficial in helping me write my book and making it feel real. I wanted this novel to feel real, and having a firsthand eyewitness account was super helpful for that. So this was probably the most beneficial book that I read on the way to writing this book. The Wreckers is just a novel with, obviously you can see a giant ship on the cover. I wanted to see how somebody else wrote fiction like this. The Lost Letters of Pergamum helped me build the society that Searless is part of and kind of feel what that life would have been like. The Roman Empire and the New Testament helped me build the Salaman Empire and kind of see what was it like to actually live in this kind of a occupying imperial government that is kind of taken over your homeland and is not letting you do what you want to do on your own land. And so this helped me with that. And then the last one is, there you go, Paul by N.T. Wright helped me build the character of Searless and really fill out his character profile and understand who he is. And so all of these books went into writing this book. And then with this one, what we wanted to do too, I wanted to build it up and make it feel great. And so there's let's see if I can get it here. We're doing this live now. There is a custom book plate that my brother did, which is on the title card, which is pretty awesome and pretty fun. This will be a shirt, mug soon good times. There's also, at the end, there's a section, keep the story going, that has some discussion questions for parents. And why does a novel need discussion questions? Well, I wrote this with a sixth graders in mind, and I kind of aged it up a little bit because I originally wrote this for my sixth grade small group at church, and now they're seniors in high school. And so I wrote this because I wanted it to be a story that helps high schoolers read and want to read more, and specifically young men. And so this, because of that, I made it short chapters, one point of view, and it just keeps, the action is high, and it makes you want to keep reading it is the goal. That's what I was writing. To help you say, oh, let me just read one more chapter. Oh, the next chapter is short. Let me read one more chapter. And I wrote it for young men specifically who don't like to read. And so I hope it will keep them engaged with the action, with the high seas quality of it, and the main characters about their age. And so, is it Christian fiction? No, it's not Christian fiction in the publisher's sense of the word, like what you would see at the stores. Is it clean? Also, no, it's not clean. It's a pirate book, and so pirates are not clean by any stretch of the imagination. But it's not gratuitous. All the violence, all of the language has meaning and matters. It's not just gratuitous, and so. It's probably a low PG-13. And again, I wrote it for a young adult audience. It's a YA book for sure. And so this is the first book of the trilogy, but it's also the first book of a new press that I started, Dothstone Books. This book is 6 years in the making, and I got rejections from agents along the way, and some of them encouraged me to submit to some smaller presses, and I did that, and those got rejected as well. And I could have kept going. I didn't submit to that many, but I thought, why don't I just make my own press? I made my own cover here. I think I can do this on my own. And so I wanted to go ahead and publish this. Actually, sorry, I just saw the comments, and I've just seen the comments in here. I have not done live lately. Thank you. I'm glad that my other videos and these books, hopefully seeing a book in the flesh in public here, will help motivate you to write. Thank you so much. This is the first book of 5 books that we're publishing this year under the Dothstone Books title. Press, the Dothstone Books publisher. And so dothstonebooks.com, there's a link in the description as well. And we're starting with a bang this year. 5 books this year, and then it'll slow down after that. But we're doing 5 books this year to just get them out there and show we're here. And eventually I hope to bring in some other authors as well under that. So, but today the exciting news is this, as of this week, after 6 long years, multiple rejections, my new fiction book, Wavemaker, is finally available. And I've already got some early reviews, and there's been so many kind words that people have said to me. So thank you so much for those of you who have checked it out. And if you decide to check it out, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it's a good time for you. And then I'm starting to work on book 2 already. And so hopefully that will be in your hands soon. So again, sorry for the different format if you're just catching up. I recorded this video twice at the beginning. First time was out of focus. Second time was my microphone was backwards. And they were very choppy the whole time, and I didn't like it. I was about to give up. I said, let's just go live. Let's do it. I want this whole channel to be authentic anyway, and I really hate and push against the fakeness on social media. And that's why I haven't had social media for a long time. And I told my friends, I'm going to market my books the old-fashioned way by writing good books that people want to read and share. And so that's my goal, and this is the start of that. This is the start of the next era, the next version of that. And so Wavemaker is available wherever you get your books, print and Kindle. If you decide to check it out, I hope you enjoy it. Thank you. Have a good day.